Hello, and welcome to our first Community Special Report for the 2015 school year. I'm Andrew Onesti for Boardman Schools Television Network. In today's program, we'll feature the Boardman Rotary as we talk with October Festival co-chairs Josh Akins and Jill Cox. The Boardman community is anxiously waiting this annual Boardman Rotary event coming to the Boardman Park on Sunday, October 4th. Let's hear what our guests have to say about the October Festival and what they have in store for young and old alike. Welcome, Josh and Jill.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
We'll start off with you, Josh. Can you tell us a little about the history and tradition of the October Festival?
Well, Andrew, this is going to be our 39th year at Boardman Park doing the October Festival event. A long-time tradition here for the Boardman community. And today, we're going to use the whole park, all the way from 224 down to the community center.
Okay.
All the way back to Southern Boulevard, using the whole park. 39 years ago, when it started, it was just around St. James Church. And by the end of the event, that there were so many people there that there was a walking path of dirt where they killed the grass, just walking around St. James Church. So from there, 39 years ago, it just has grown and expanded into, one of the largest community events, here in the Boardman community, especially in the fall. And so, the Boardman Rotary Club is very proud, of this long-standing history and tradition of the October Festival. Because when people think about the event, it is a family affair. Moms, daughters, aunts, grandmas are all lining up at 9 o'clock, waiting to bust down our doors and buy up all of our fun arts and crafts that we have. And they make it a family affair. They're bringing the strollers, and it's their tradition. Because what Boardman Rotary is, we're family, and that's what the October Festival event brings. Together is this family, concept, and it's been a fun tradition, for 39 years to do.
That's fantastic, and you're absolutely right. It does bring the community together as a big family. How does the October Festival support the community?
Well, the event is run 100% by Rotarians, and we are volunteers. So all the proceeds to the event go back into the community. So whether we're sponsoring, I think that we did the speech team for the Boardman schools recently. We're big sponsors of the band, with our the clubs that we raise during the year. But also things like Easter seals, donating money to that, and to students at Youngstown State University, Youngstown Hearing and Speech. We even do a hearing aid project in Dominica, where some of our members go and fit this island with hearing aids so kids can hear. And that's what we do. We're here to raise money for the community, for the international community, just to make other people's lives better, because we're so fortunate and blessed in our own that we just want to help make things better for others.
That's awesome. What exactly is Rotary? Could you help the viewers?
Rotary is a community organization made up of local business leaders. Our Boardman Rotary Club is 90 members strong, of folks who get together every Tuesday for lunch at the Boardman Park Community Center, where we do fellowship. We get to know each other and do good for the community. But Rotary as a whole is an international organization where the big thing was fighting polio. Polio was a devastating childhood disease, and one of Rotary's goal is to eradicate it worldwide. And we're about 98% eradication with the polio, and so that's what Rotary is enriching the lives of other people, because we're so blessed ourselves.
Right. I'm sure Rotary will continue to do just that for years to come.
We will.
Jill, for the October Festival, where do people park?
Well, the park is closed to the public that day, and so, because as Josh mentioned, we take over the entire park. Up close, we have handicap parking, so there's people can get right into the park, and but even still, I think that the parking across the street at the Heart Center on Southern Boulevard is even more convenient because the shuttle buses will pick you up there from your parking space, bring you over to the park, and drop you off right at the entrance. So I don't know that handicap is always the best place to park because you get dropped off right at the entrance. Our buses are running all day long. No one has ever had to wait. We have just a really satisfied customers with parking across the street and not dealing with all the hectic parking in the park. So it's pretty convenient. If the parking lots are full at the park, they'll direct you over to the Heart Center.
Okay.
So there's lots of volunteers, as Josh said, that's helping to guide everybody into spots and stopping people when the lots are full so people aren't just driving around.
All right. Can you share with our viewers what to expect at the October Festival?
Well, as Josh already alluded to, it started out as like an arts and crafts fair, and we have great vendors there. We have from getting gorgeous mums to different arts, crafts, jewelry. We have food, and I think the food always draws people. But one of the important things is that it's the last time of the year to get that fair food that we want. We're pretty excited this year. We also have Roxbury Pizza coming, and their pizza's really good. I don't know if you've tried them yet, but they have really yummy pizza. We also have
the Molnar cinnamon rolls.
Molnar cinnamon rolls.
Yeah. So if you didn't make it to the fair because it was too hot,
You're right.
come to the nice, cool October Festival, and you can get a nice hot Molnar cinnamon roll. And what's neat about those is the Struthers Rotary runs the Molnar cinnamon tent. So here we are, the Boardman Rotary, raising money for our community, but then we invite the Struthers Club to come in, and they do the same thing by selling the cinnamon rolls.
That's awesome. I can't wait to have some.
Oh, they're very good.
Yeah.
They're very good.
I understand that there's a new kids zone. What exactly is that?
Yeah, I was pretty excited this year. We had someone come in and ask if they could bring a rock climbing wall. And so we're like, well, if we develop maybe more events for kids, it would attract more business for the rock climbing wall. And so we actually have a bounce around slide coming that will be free for the kids that day. Possibly pony rides.
Yeah.
And we also have the YMCA is putting on kids events throughout the day at the Masters Pavilion. So we'll have a list of those that are going to be posted on our website soon because they're going to give us a list of events throughout the day. So we're pretty excited because we didn't always have a kids zone area. And, as Josh mentioned, it being a family event, we're hoping that we see lots of families come out and bring their children out this year and to enjoy that.
Oh yeah, with the kids zone, it's important for kids to be healthy, and we're going to have a lot of running around activities. Talk to parents about healthy eating for kids, and as a parent with young children, it's important, and especially knowing that they're welcome. My kids are welcome to the event. First off, kids 12 and under are free.
Okay.
So. We take donations at the gate for the adults, but everything's going to be free for the kids there, unless of course they want to buy, craft or Molnar cinnamon roll.
Right. Or lemonade.
Yeah, the lemonade shakes. Yeah,
Yes.
that's a good one. The Mooney speech team, or the Mooney speech team and the Boardman Interact students,
Club, yes.
The club, they're going to be there raising money for their specific clubs by selling lemon shakes. So, make sure that you come and visit the Boardman Schools Interact Club.
Okay.
We'll make sure we draw people over there.
Right.
For the Boardman schools and keep them away from Mooney, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely. Josh, you mentioned earlier that the Boardman Rotary, they really help out with the community, and there's tons of volunteers. The Rotary's big project this year is to support Operation Warm. What is this, and how can the community support your efforts?
You know, one of the things in life sometimes we take granted for is warmth. You know, we are blessed to be able to, you know, buy coats and hats and gloves for our own kids, and you know, your parents, you know, get you coats and, you know, keep you warm during these you know, these winter months. And sometimes we get a little blinded to what's really out there in the community. You know, there are people in need, and there are people in need, you know, right here in the Boardman schools. And so what Project Warm is buying a coat for these kids to keep them safe, to keep them warm as they're standing outside in 0-degree weather waiting for the school bus. Keeping them safe and warm as they're walking to school, whether it's Market Street Elementary or Robinwood Elementary, Stadium Drive Elementary. You know, we have to protect our kids. And that's what Project Warm is giving them the proper outerwear to play outside, to walk to school, to walk to their activities, whether it's basketball practice or Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts, or, you know, going to the Boys and Girls Club. And so that's what Project Warm is. Operation Warm, Project Warm, it's the same thing, but providing coats for kids. It's the very basic message. So at the October Festival, right in front of the Larisha Bocce Court, we're going to have a Rotary tent there. And at that Rotary tent, people can come by and donate. Just hand us a $20 bill, and that will buy a kid a coat. Okay?
That's amazing.
But at the same time, we're going to have a Chinese auction, you know, with baskets. We're going to be selling water from this Rotary tent. And those proceeds, again, will go to, you know, Project Warm, because the idea is to support the kids in the Boardman schools and get them a proper fitting coat. Not a coat that's too big, not a coat that's too small, but the most important thing about it, Andrew, that's new.
You're absolutely right.
It's not a used coat. Kids' lives matter, and, you know, we want these kids to feel great about themselves. So they're going to get a brand new coat with these donations at the October Festival. And, you know, like I said, our Rotary tent is going to have information about Rotary, what it is that we do, talking about the other clubs in the area, you know, from Austintown, Canfield, Struthers, Youngstown, and really bringing everything together and making this Project Warm a big focus of what we're doing.
That's fantastic. It's especially important this time of year. Boardman, Ohio gets extremely cold. Kids really need something like this. It's fantastic that you guys are doing this.
Yes.
Jill, what other events and activities does the Boardman Rotary do during the year?
One of our other biggest fundraisers is our Pancake Festival. And I don't know if you've ever been there.
I have.
Have you?
Yes.
Okay,
I
great.
see the smile on his face. I think he's been there.
I love pancake.
Yes, it's a great event. And again, it's all volunteers. We raise a lot of money. As Josh had mentioned, all of our money goes back into the community, and maybe some international things also, but we try to give back to our community. We also, as he mentioned, do the trips to Dominica for the hearing aids. And that's been on a regular basis, and that's a pretty neat thing. I would love to make that trip one time. But, you know, we can volunteer wherever we want to get involved, wherever we have the time. One of the things that Josh mentioned is about the coats. And I've only been in Rotary for a couple years now. And one of the very first events that I volunteered for was passing out the coats to the kids and the parents, and just how thankful they were and how excited, and their big eyes, you know, when this little girl came in and she said her favorite color was purple, and you found a purple coat for her, and she just smiled and put it on and didn't want to take it off, you know. And I believe in something that is called a Rotarian heart, and, you know, some people have it and some don't. And for those of us that do, this is why we do what we do. This is why we give these long, grueling hours and all our volunteer time, because we know that we're going to be able to give back and make something better for someone else. What other?
Well, you know, like at Christmas time, and we deliver food baskets to needy
Yes.
families in the Boardman area. We grab about 75 families, 150 food baskets, and we take one Saturday and we deliver it from, you know, turkey, so they can have a turkey dinner at Christmas, to a gallon of milk, to cereal, and just those basic necessity foods during the holiday season. The Beatitude House is a domestic violence women's shelter, and recently our Rotary Club took up product donations of cleaning supplies, toilet paper, blankets, towels, laundry detergent, that when a woman leaves a bad situation at home, she can go to the Beatitude House and they're going to help her get set up on her feet.
Extremely important.
To get her out of that situation and the kids out of that situation. So, you know, our club, we came together and grabbed a bunch of stuff, you know, for them. And we have our share of fun. We have our Christmas party. We have our President's party. We got a golf outing coming up, you know, for club members. So we do a lot of fun things, you know, and we do a lot of activities for you know, for the area. We've built play sets at the Beatitude House. We've done landscaping and cleaning up, you know, at area nonprofits. So a lot of behind the scenes work. I drove past I think it's a yellow brick house the other day, and our Rotary paid for a sign out front, so where people know that they can go there for I believe that they have, you know, cancer, they can get some support.
Right.
And so we paid for that sign, you know, out front, and just put a big smile on my face knowing that we did that.
Behind the scenes work is usually the most critical, if not the most important. So it's fantastic that you guys are doing this. It's great. Thank you so much on behalf of the Boardman community.
You're welcome.
Is there anything else that you would like to add?
Yeah, the October Festival event, we're still working on new ideas, and we have the Mog Theater, and right now the Mog Theater, Shooting Star Entertainment's going to be there. We're going to have a singing competition. Master Park is going to be there with his high yacht competition. So 150 vendors of arts and crafts space vendors is what we have. 25 commercial vendors. We're going to have over 50 nonprofits there. So you can almost spend the whole day here. And, you know, you're going to take a look at local businesses. And, you know, we do want, speaking of local businesses, we want to thank Gem Young Insurance and Financial Services, Vista Care Centers, Window World of Youngstown, as well as Signature Granite. They are our primary sponsors. They are our major sponsors for this event. And with Signature Granite, they're bringing a dunk tank. And in the dunk tank, they're going to have a cop.
Okay.
So the cops are going to be there to meet the kids, say hello to them, and have a friendly face to show them that, hey, we are good people.
Right.
But the good thing is about this is that Dunkin' Donuts is bringing 10,000 free coupons for a free donut if you can dunk a
Dunk
cop.
the cop. Wow.
So Signature Granite, you know, they're going to be there. They're going to have some live demonstrations on how to cut, you know, on how they cut granite for countertops. I was just talking with some live demonstrators the other day. We're going to have some pottery, you know, a guy out there who's going to make pottery, you know, and do whatever he does. It's,
That's
you know,
awesome.
nice and beautiful. But then he's also bringing a Bob Ross painter. So I don't know how that's going to work, but, you know, if we're all familiar with Bob Ross, and, you know, she's going to be there, you know, doing the paintings that he used to do. So,
Okay.
so we're going to have some
Great.
live demonstrations. We're going to have a lot of activities. So it's not just coming and looking at arts and crafts and buying your winter, you know, signs and your fall signs and, you know, how your Halloween pumpkins and mums, but it's an activity for everybody.
Right. Thanks for joining us today, Mr. Akins and Ms. Cox. It's obvious that both of you have tremendous impact in our Boardman community through your dedication and service to the Boardman Rotary. We all look forward to this exciting upcoming event and wish you the best of luck and continued planning. Don't forget to join us for the Boardman Rotary October Festival on Sunday, October 4th in Boardman Park. Hours are from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. See you there. For BSTN, this is Andrew Onesti. Let's keep striving for excellence.